Right, Rangers fans, get a load of this. We're coming off a 3-0 demolition of Celtic, and somehow we're the ones being called idiots. Graham Spears, had a go at us. But wait till you hear what he said. Plus, Nico Raskin, captain for the day and absolutely bossing it. Is this the start of something special? Meanwhile, Chris Sutton's been shot down live on telly after mouthing off about one of our lads, and Hagi's future at Rangers is up in the air. Buckle up, because this one's packed with drama, pride, and a whole lot of noise. Chris Sutton getting his knickers in a twist on live telly. What a shocker, eh? The man couldn't resist having a pop at Haji, claiming the lad made a total meal of that first half effort against Celtic, but Neil McCann wasn't having any of it. Fair play to him, stepping in to remind Sutton that there's more to football than just slagging players off. McCann reckoned Haji got a bit of a nudge from Bernardo, which might explain why the shot went awry. Typical Sutton, though, arguing for the sake of it. Must be a lonely gig when you've got no pals to back you up on Sky Sports. Now, Haji, what a player, eh? To think he was nearly out of the picture at Rangers under Philippe Clement earlier this season. Madness. The man's been pivotal, pulling the strings and scoring when it matters. That goal against Celtic, absolute beauty, and you've got to love how he's made Clement look like a genius by proving him wrong. Hagi's the type of player you want in a Rangers shirt, creative, determined, and with a bit of flair. Throw Hamza Igamani into the mix and suddenly this side's got some proper spark again. Between those two, they've injected the team with new life. Clement might just owe them his job if this form keeps up. That gap to Celtic's still sitting at 11 points, mind you. Loads of work to do, but stranger things have happened in football. Here's one for you, though. Should Clement have to answer for benching Haji earlier in the season, or is all forgiven now that the lad's saving our skin? According to the BBC's Clive Lindsay, Haji might be deemed surplus to requirements at Rangers this January. Now, that's a twist, isn't it? The lad's been on a bit of a redemption arc lately, but apparently Clement's new favourites, Hamza Igamane and a fully fit Danilo, might be enough to shove Haji back into the shadows. Now, I get it. Hamza's been a revelation, and Danilo's fitness gives us a reliable option up top. But let's not forget what Haji brings to the table. He's not just a number 10, he's our number 10, with that magic touch when he's on song. Few in the squad have his knack for unlocking defenses or making those little moments count. Can you see Igamani or Danilo sliding into that role and running the show? Not quite the same, is it? The real kicker is whether anyone's queuing up to make a bid for him. Are we genuinely looking to cash in, or is this just noise to keep the January window spicy? Either way, Rangers need to tread carefully. Offloading Haji without a solid replacement could leave us short, and that's not a gamble you take when there's still hope of clawing back some glory this season. Here's a thought to stir the pot. If Haji does leave, would you trust Clement's judgment, or would it feel like we're losing the creative spark we desperately need right now? Oh, Graham Spear swinging in with both boots, calling out what he terms the idiots among Rangers fans. Classic Spears always want to poke the bear. Look, the 3-0 win against Celtic was a belter, wasn't it? Clement proved his worth, showing why he was brought in with that shiny CV of his. Yet some folks still can't help themselves, shouting for his head like it's some sort of pantomime. It's Glasgow football for you. If there's nay drama, is it even Rangers? Now, let's talk about the daftness at the end of the match. A coin chucked at Arne Engels. What was that about? We're better than that, surely. It's embarrassing, and it distracts from what was a cracking performance. Celtic left Rangers battered, and that's where the focus should have stayed. As for Clement, he's bought himself a bit of breathing room, but let's not pretend it's all sunshine and rainbows. That 11-point gap to Celtic is still glaring at us, and dropping points to St Mirren and Motherwell isn't exactly forgotten because of one big win. But it's a step in the right direction, and Clement's got a chance to build something. Question is, can he keep the momentum? Here's a thought to stir the pot. Are the fans who want Clement out just impatient, or do they see cracks that could cost us in the long run? Well, here we go. Ryan Kent's name cropping up again like a boomerang you didn't see coming. The idea of him trotting back to Rangers this January has got the rumor mill working overtime. BBO Sports reckon it's a done deal, and if true, you've got to admit it's a proper bombshell. From a nightmare spell at Fenerbahce to being a free agent, the lads clearly had a rough go of it. But could he really rekindle that spark he had during the Gerrard days? We all remember Kent's glory days in that invincible season. Pace, flair, and an eye for the big moments. The man was unplayable at times, but let's not kid ourselves. His final season at Rangers wasn't exactly dazzling, was it? Still, given our current squad depth, especially out wide, he'd be a welcome addition. Rabbi Matondo's not cutting it, and poor Oscar Cortez looks like he's still stuck in pre-season. A bit of Kent magic on the wing might be just what we need, and let's not forget the price tag, free, given Rangers' well-known struggles to splash the cash right now. This could be a tidy bit of business, but is it the right move for the club? Or is it a step back into the past when we should be looking forward? Here's one for you. Is bringing back Kent a stroke of genius to reignite our season, or does it risk unsettling the progress Clement's trying to make with a fresh squad? Nico Raskin wearing the captain's armband and leading Rangers to a 3-0 thumping of Celtic. That's what you call stepping up to the plate. At just 23, the Belgian midfielder showed maturity beyond his years, not just in taking the armband, but in bossing the midfield like it was his personal playground. Filling James Tavernier's boots is no small task, but Raskin handled it like a seasoned pro. He's got to be buzzing, and you can tell from his comments just how much it meant to him. He's not just proud of himself, he's proud of the team, the fans, and the performance. It's exactly what you want to hear from a leader, and fair play to him for learning from Tavernier. He didn't try to be a carbon copy of the skipper. He just did it his way, and it worked a treat. The win wasn't just a big moment for Raskin, though. It was a proper statement from Rangers. Celtic looked like they'd turned up for a friendly, and we made them pay for it. That's the kind of performance that reminds everyone who we are, and Raskin was right at the heart of it. Here's a thought to spark some debate. Should Raskin be considered a permanent contender for the captaincy in the future, or is it still Tav's job until he hangs up his boots? If you haven't seen yesterday's video yet, you're missing out. Explosive news about Rangers that'll leave every fan stunned. Go check it out now.